Hello, hello. Okay, I'm recording in two places. That's why there might be a little delay in the beginning in one of the recordings. So, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 10 of what is now the Magically Prosperous podcast with me, Astra. And I'm going to take these off and just hope my hair isn't flinging itself. So the weird noises in the background, as always, are my puppies, Baxter and Minerva. And while they are actually, are they 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're 4 years old. This year they will be 5. They are still puppies forever and ever. Yeah, wow. Okay, so let's see. Big black tourmaline. Yeah, so I'm actually having my friend over tonight. She's my one friend that comes over every once in a while, and things just sort of developed that way maybe even before COVID started, and then through COVID and then beyond. It just sort of developed into my puppies have separation anxiety, so I rarely leave the house, and I have, well, maybe not so much anymore, but for a few years I had very bad separation anxiety from the puppies. and yeah, and then COVID just sort of like did its thing, and now I don't really separate myself from the puppies, not much. I have everything delivered pretty much. And oh, that reminds me, I want to check my Amazon delivery. I was making myself a to-do list, and I want to add that. Supposed to get here tomorrow. Woohoo! So, yeah. So, oh my God. So there's been movement, okay? And when I say movement, I mean deep soul movement, obviously vibrationally, and even in the physical. Excuse me, my air bubble of release. Yeah, so, well, I'll start with the physical. So knowing that my one friend who I've known since high school, we got to be closer friends when I was in my mid-20s, and and now I'm 55, so we've known each other for a very long time, and she's one of my very favorite people. And knowing that she was going to be coming over tonight, I really went to town in the cleaning sphere. So I've been physically moving around today like a lot, which is a good thing. And I this side where you see the swan and the big picture and the littler pictures, I dusted off every object on top of that dresser, and I changed out the little tablecloth that I put on after a long while of not doing that. And then this side where you see my yellow alligator and the blue man with the little house on his head, which it's probably hard to tell that's what it is. And he's got a little caiman or little alligator hanging over his shoulder. I dusted all the objects there off. I dusted even the big painting. I dusted the top of the radiator, and I took every item off of this table, which is my workspace, dusted off the whole table, put fresh tablecloths and placemats, and I said tablecloths because there's a big one and then a smaller one on top of that, sort of a cool decorative vintage with what I think are peaches and cherries. It's so cute, but I don't want to I don't want to finagle the laptop right now. So let me just make sure that I'm recording in both spaces. Oh, there might be a tech thing going on in one of my recording spaces, not sure. But anyway, so yeah, physically movement and all week long, all this past week, it's now Friday, there has been the vibrational movement, expansion, up-leveling, activation of codes that I've been carrying, but that haven't truly been activated yet. There's the David Bowie codes, because when he passed away, I had this experience of his soul merging with me, which makes sense to me. And his soul codes hadn't been fully activated until I think it was yesterday morning. I was visited by this huge group of crows. Not quite a murmuration. It wasn't like starlings when millions of them are like flying in the sky, swirling in patterns. That's really what a murmuration is. But I've had so many birds in my sphere, and I know it's the spirit of my dad. He keeps showing up as birds, bringing me other people who have passed, who are now who visit as birds, that are part of the Witches Council in the next realm, which is a whole other story for another time. People like David Bowie, Sinead O'Connor, Paul Rubens, John Lennon, Golden Lightfoot. That was a friend of mine and I used to jokingly call Gordon Lightfoot Golden Lightfoot, because I said it by accident one time, and then it became our thing. He likes it, though. He likes Golden Lightfoot. Anyway, so birds. And so this ginormous group of crows that kept catching my attention yesterday, physical crows, birds, when I was taking Baxter out, they said they wanted to show me something. And so finally I sat and all I need to do in order to do a shamanic journey is just close my eyes and ask, what the vision wants to show me. And so my joke that's not a joke, joking, not joking, is I see better with my eyes closed. And so anyway, so what ended up happening while I was exploring what the crows wanted to show me is that my David Bowie codes were activated, which I was really happy about. And I felt so good afterwards, just so good. And then later, yesterday, during the same day, now I forgot what they're called. They're sort of wealth, they're wealth codes, but what the types of codes they are is that because we've been amassing our wealth, very Abraham Hicks-like, vibrationally, our desires, we've been amassing our desires in the vibrational realm. And I know all my people have, desire, abundance, prosperity, wealth, money, and in the past have been blocked from physically amassing large portions of cash because of the witch wound and the deservingness factor and the hiding and the fear of speaking our truth and all of that jazz. We've been working on that long and hard. And this is for actually the codes that I was downloaded yesterday are for actually receiving the physical wealth. So I'm going to be bringing those codes. So that's vibrational movement. So I'm going to be bringing those codes into through me and into an offering that's in the works for you guys. It's not complete yet. It's not ready to go out into the world, but it is coming. And I wish I could remember what the codes called themselves. Well, I'll talk to them later and we'll figure it out. So it was wealth something codes. Either way, it's a great thing. So there's that. So there's so much movement. There's been so much. Oh, and then, oh God, then this morning, it was like, okay, I've got all these codes activated and I've been doing a lot of releasing, but then this morning was like the purge. And when that happens, for me, it usually happens with messy sobbing, crying sessions that last for a very long time. And so like any emotional junk in the trunk gets purged. And also when I'm doing that, I know that I'm purging on a certain level for our tribe so that we're really creating space for what we do desire, and no longer holding on to what we do not desire. So there's been, so much. And the movement too I talked about it in the last episode with receiving the energy clearing from the owl on Sunday early evening, especially my right-hand side, which tends to go through a lot and hang on to a lot. And then the next morning I woke up and it hit me that I needed a new business name, a new URL for my website, changing it all over to the new stuff across all the social media and web spaces that are a part of my online world. And so I've been slowly but surely doing all of that all week long too. So it's, I guess it is vibrational. I was going to say it's not vibrational like codes and energy work, but it's still vibrational because it's online. It's not physical, tangible, but it's a part of our reality. It's just not like a chair you sit on or dropped a toy, or the toy that dropped, or the table I'm sitting at, but it's, your online space. It's part of your Wealth Witch empire. And to keep it in alignment with, what your vibration wants to create, how you want to feel, where you're moving to, how the flow is flowing. And I've been doing that all week as well. So man alive, there's been movement. So, and it's funny because the new offering I mentioned, it keeps moving. It keeps changing, morphing. The length of time, the duration keeps moving. Its name keeps changing. The pricing from my heart and soul for it keeps changing and morphing and moving. And it's this alive thing that it's like we're gonna nail it and get it right, and it's gonna be the right thing. It's gonna be perfect, but we gotta jiggle around for a while. It's like so interesting because I keep going, oh yeah, that's what it's called, and it's gonna be this long, and that's it. And then like 2 hours later, or no, it's okay, now it's that, and wait, or is that a different offer altogether? Oh, and it's like, oh my God. But I'm just going with the flow right now, and because I know the perfect thing is going to be birthed when it's ready. You can't say be born now if something hasn't come to full term, or that kind of thing. So so that's what's been going on here. I'm gonna spritz all of us with a little of the vibrational spray, which is the 13 flowers of heaven on earth made manifest spray, which matches up with one of my recent types of energy work that channeled through me. It's a very fast tool to use. And I know it's been helping me with movement and getting everything activated and going right along. Hi, Minerva. Isn't it going to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi to everybody? Good girl. You're my girl. That's what you are. You know it. Oh, she's so good. She's my familiar. All right, angel babies. So that's it for now, or let's see. Yep. So I wanted to just drop in and talk about the activations and the murmurations of birds. I wonder what animals are visiting you. Oh, I've also had a fairy who's just called the sylph talking to me and bringing me messages. And fairies are here. The groups of fairies that come through me are here as cheerleaders for the magical witchy ones, healers, shamans, channels, etc. They want us to prosper and thrive. And so, yeah, so messages have been coming through from Sylph. Maybe I'll end by reading one of them. It's so good. There is no limit to what you can create. Jump in with both feet and allow every cell in your body to morph into the fastest vibrating version of yourself. So, yeah. So the sylph is supportive of what's going on with movement right now. And yeah, I'd like to know, how's your movement flowing and going? Let me know. Bye.